Good afternoon, guys. Happy Sunday to all of your sunshiny faces. So, guys, I slacked today again. I feel like I was just so, overwhelmed from everything that ended up happening yesterday with the party, going grocery shopping and everything. I ended up going to bed late last night. I fell asleep late. I went to bed late. I think I already said that. I woke up late. And just because of everything, I don't know, I just felt really unproductive today. I watched the Hawks. They played today at 2 o'clock, and they ended up winning. I was like, yay, that's awesome. They won 4-1, I think. I didn't even get to see the end of the game, though, because we were watching the Panthers game. The Panthers ended up losing, guys. They had, a last-minute, opportunity. They could have won the game, and they didn't. So Panthers are out of the playoffs, guys. To be quite honest with you, they lost to the Chicago Bears. I mean, come on, guys. I was praying for a miracle, but I didn't really see them having all the pieces together to really... They've lost to the Saints now 3 times this season, which that's who they played today. I don't know. I just didn't see them winning it all. So, I mean, I was, rooting for them and everything like that, but I don't know. I felt in my gut that they weren't going to do well. They did well, honestly, though. I was getting scared because it started to turn into almost, not a blowout, but all they could do was score field goals. If they would have just put, one more touchdown up on the board instead of having to settle for field goals, they would have ended up winning the game. But I think at halftime it was 9, which 3 of them were all field goals. They went for a 4th field goal attempt and missed. Well, actually, it was the first one. But they would have had 4 at halftime. And ended up just barely missing it. And then the very next one, though, Graham Gano ended up making a 58-yard field goal, which was the longest of his career. And I think they said of, the Panthers franchise. It was the furthest field goal that he's made. So, yeah, it was it was a positive game, but it was I think 21-9 at halftime. And I was like, oh no. I was especially since they haven't gotten the end zone once, I was like, this is not turning out to be a very good game. And the last second, they were down only 5 points. They would have scored a touchdown, gotten an extra point or whatever. They would have ended up taking the lead. And there was only 30 or 40 something seconds left on the clock too, so I mean they really had an opportunity right there, and they were within, I think they were on the 15 or 20 yard line or something like that, because I know they could at least get one more first down, or they could have gotten the touchdown. And so I know they were again within 20 yards or something like that, and they couldn't get it. So, yeah, they ended up losing today, guys, and it just kind of put me in, a sad mood, in which, yeah, I didn't get really, anything done. I didn't do any laundry, I didn't do any dishes, I didn't do any meal prepping or anything like that I wanted to do today, and I also didn't do my bullet journal for this week, which I was planning on doing the other day, which I will be honest too, guys, I did not really stay super up to date with my bullet journal either this week. There's probably 2 days in there where I barely even filled anything out, which is really weird because when I was using it in the summer, I actually was really consistent with doing it. And even though I stopped doing it altogether, when I actually took the time to do the bullet journal, I was checking things off every single day. And this week, even though I spent the time to actually do my bullet journal, I barely did check stuff off. And there was one day too where I don't even remember if it was Wednesday or something like that. I was checking off stuff that I did on Tuesday, just because I was oh, what did I get to and what did I not get to, which is fine, I guess, because you can go back, I guess, and be oh yeah, I did do that or whatever. But I'm surprised I didn't use it more this week than I had prior, because I was really consistently doing it and staying on top of doing it. And then this week, though, when I did it, I just wasn't, I don't know why, I really wasn't into doing it. But I was also didn't get a whole lot of stuff done, so I feel like I just didn't even, maybe that's why I like didn't want to look at it or something like that and be like, can't check any of this stuff off, or really what it was. But yeah, seriously guys, I'm back to going to bed super late and falling asleep late and waking up late. Honestly, Matthew and Jack being on break really, like, my sleep schedule wasn't good before that, but I feel like that threw it off more again. And so I asked my mom, I was like, can you please try and wake me up in the morning, because sometimes I'll wake up from my alarm, sometimes I'll sleep right through them, and I just like can't get up. So Matthew actually has off school for some reason on Monday, which is tomorrow. Jack goes back, but then Jack has off on Friday, and Matthew has school on Friday. So for some reason, I don't know why, the high school in our area and the elementaries and middle schools and elementary schools are in one district, and the high school's in a different district. So technically, they like kind of do some. They have like some holidays and things, like obviously holidays, but there's sometimes when they'll coordinate, like spring break I think is always the same for both districts regardless, just so that like families can coordinate and stuff like that. But like parent teacher conferences will sometimes be different for one district than it is for another district. So I don't know why, if it's a teacher institute day for Matthew on tomorrow and Jack has his on Friday, or like what it is. And like sometimes that'll happen where they'll get like days off or whatever. But a lot of times though, if like for some reason, again, if Matthew's school had off on Monday, Jack's would sometimes sometimes they'll follow it the same. But it was really bizarre. It was like, so Matthew is off Monday, but then Jack is off Friday. So, like, normally that kind of stuff doesn't happen too much. If it is, it'll be like, oh, like, Matthew has off, one day, in 2 weeks on, sometime. But, like, in the same week, they're off on different weekends, if that makes sense, which is kind of weird. I don't remember that happening too often. But yeah, anyways, that's happening. But like this week they're going back, and I was like, okay, this week I can hopefully actually really start getting stuff done and actually doing things, which is my goal. But I'm not starting the week off strong because I'm going to bed late again. So I just have to take a real quick shower. I don't have to wash my hair or nothing, so it should hopefully be fast. But oh, one thing I did want to share with you guys is something that I salvaged from my mom trying to throw it away. It's heavy. Which is that she didn't leave anything in here, did she? I hope not. I think she would have cleared everything out. Okay, yeah. So you guys might have seen this in the vlogs in the hallway. We had this, and oh my gosh, my mom had like essential oils in here. I just opened this up and got a strong whiff of them. They didn't like spill or anything, but she also had the veggie caps that you put, what's it called? You put like the like, not gel caps, but you guys know what I'm talking about, those who are into essential oils. You put the essential oil in the like veggie caps, and then you close them and you take them like a pill. So yeah, and it smells like, I think that's actually what smells. It's not really the essential oils, but she had two things that kept her like essential oils, and she has some other little decoratives on here. And so I actually wanted this. She was like, oh, I just don't want the clutter, and it's too cluttery over here. So she put them somewhere else and everything, and she actually cleaned up a lot in the house today. But it's not dusty. What is that? It's like the paint feels weird on here. But I'm going to just, I think, repaint it maybe, or touch it up or something, because Mom didn't do the bestest of jobs. But I'm going to redo it kind of like white and everything like that. And then this, I'm going to take this off, which is actually just like a piece of paper on the back of here. I think my mom used or something. And then redo these as well, which I thought she did a really cute job with it. Because there was some other, like, I don't know if you guys can see. I think it was like a yellowy, orangey, dingy color. So she redid it. She got it from a resale shop, and it turned out really super cute. But, like I said, she just was like, you know what, I'm trying to declutter. Let's just get rid of it. And I was like, oh, can I keep it? Because what I want to do is, I was telling you guys too, right now, this is where I keep all of my earrings. Well, not all of them, but all of my studs and my rings and stuff like that, which I don't have really that many of, I keep in here. And right now, all of my like dangly earrings and hoops and things like that are all in here, because I have got to, I also have to refinish this, and like get it, I'm gonna figure out a way to get it to hang again, and put my hoop and dangly earrings earrings and things like that on here. And then I'm hanging it up on this wall eventually, along with this also needs to be covered in white fabric, and then I'm going to hang that up. So that's actually what's going to be here, because I want to do this as like my little makeup jewelry kind of thing. Even though, to be honest guys, don't wear jewelry that often, but maybe if I saw it actually sitting out, I would. But I forget so often that I have jewelry. I actually do. I haven't worn my bracelets recently, but since they've been sitting out, because I have them sitting over here and I see them all the time, I'm like, oh, I should wear a bracelet. And like, I remember all the time too. I just haven't been, and maybe it's too because I'm like, I don't know, lazy, but like I remember too for Christmas, the Christmas party yesterday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear a gold bracelet, and I don't remember, but I'm going through my bracelets trying to figure out which one I was gonna wear yesterday, and I don't know, ended up not wearing one, but I think I forgot, honestly guys. But they were all just like sitting there and actually reminding me to put them on. And so if I had this stuff sitting out and remembered to like do it, I think I would. But I need a jewelry box because, again, I've had this thing, honestly, I think I got it for like Valentine's Day from my parents, like when I was like 5 years old or something like that. I've had this thing for forever. I mean, I'd hate to part with it, but honestly, it will save me room if I hang it up on the wall and not have it sitting there. So yeah, like I said, I really like, just, it's difficult to get into, and half the time I don't see it and don't use it and stuff like that. So yeah, I am gonna, like I said, find some way to make this into more like an accessible, like I can put my stud earrings and things like that in here, maybe use this as a little display kind of thing. But I was thinking of hanging it somewhere over here, something like that. And I actually have two what's it called, I always call these cork boards, what are they called, bulletin boards, and I have two of them. So one I think I'm going to hang here, one maybe I'm going to hang more over there. I wanted to get a mirror too and hang a mirror here, and then I was thinking maybe I could hang that like, I don't know, here or something like that. But then too, I also have to hang that, and maybe I can hang that over here, or maybe I can hang that over there or something like that. Either way, something, I'm going to figure out somewhere to try and fit all the stuff onto the wall. And if not, my other thought too is that I was going to hang the other bulletin board maybe against this wall somewhere. I was thinking over here. I'm not totally sure, because I do at some point want to get a bigger TV, but if I do, I can always hang it more like over here, and then hang the bulletin board like over there. So here guys, this is my little random room update. More stuff that's going to sit in my room for I don't know how long, and then probably never wind up getting hung up. But yeah, it seems like it's most of my life. I remodeled my room, like what, or not remodeled, but painted and removed all the shelves around and everything last summer, and I was like, all I have to do is just get some fabric for these things, then I can hang them up, and I never got fabric. I finally got my curtains hung up since I bought them last summer as well. So it's like just little things that I need to do, and I can actually like finish my room, but my room still isn't completely finished to the point where I'm happy that it's completely done. And the one other thing too that I really want to do is get new bedding for my bed as well, because it doesn't go with the room, obviously. I just have my pink like comforter, and I have two black little dogs on my bed that are getting their fur all over my blankets. Thank you very much, Charlie. And that too, I think I really want to paint that, just because, again, it kind of doesn't go. And I still think I have a can of white paint out in the garage, so I could easily paint that. Which was the stuff that I bought for in here. I bought, I think, two cans of paint, white paint, and only ended up using like one full one. And I think I might have had just a little bit left over. Plus I had a whole extra can. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, so I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give it a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So, bye guys.